Testing 1 2. Mic's on. Come on now, internet, what's going on? There we go. Let me on in there. All right, so let's go ahead and get to my screen. Is this? Let's see what's on the scans for today. Here we go. Looking like we got VMAR up, MVST. I'm gonna look through these in a minute. I literally it's been one of the first rainy cold days that we've had here. I was looking around, I was like, man, I was just chilling this morning for real. I looked at the charts, but I really didn't zone in. But we do have a couple up 40, 32, 25%. And they all have about or over 10 million shares traded. So some pretty good volume on those. Let me get some lights in here. Where are my lights? Stickies. Okay, there we go. Boom, boom. Now I have my notes up here. So this is what we were looking at the other day. Silo ended up dying. I ended up trading VRME. Later on in the day, it popped up like right before lunchtime, like maybe an hour or so before. But let's just remake everything here. So we'll start with trade ideas and the things that I'm not going to trade, right? All right, so let's jump, and I need a browser. I said I was going to get some lights on, and it is absolutely pitch black in this thing. Whew, give me a little bit of light. But yeah, it is nice and cold here. It doesn't get crazy cold. Sometimes it'll get down to like maybe 19 for like a day. It'll pop back up. It'll pop right back up. Let's see if there's any crazy news out here. So looking at our calendar for today, today is the 10th. Any news dropping on today? Nothing crazy. Looks like a normal day. So let's start looking through some of these. So we'll start with VMAR. Let's look at their press releases. Vision Marine Technologies, 17 hours ago, innovates HV marine battery packs in collaboration. So this is a collaboration on battery packs with Caleb Group. Okay, jump and see what kind of float they have. VMAR. All right, float looking like 73.5K. 73.5K, low institutions and insiders on this one holding. Give me one second. All right. Let's check the float over here on Market Watch for VRM. Did I type this wrong? VMRA. VMAR. I came over here to Market Watch. Okay, so this one says that it has a float of 2.5 million in the float. Okay. And this is a collaboration, but it is battery. So we've seen in the past, you know, some battery things get active. I won't put it on a no trade list. I just keep it on AR, just kind of like a watch. There's a lower float of 2.5, and this one over here says even lower than that. Let's check FinViz. You Float over here 2.50. Okay, so let's put that all in here. So we got an average float, maybe somewhere between under a million and 2.5 million for the float. Okay. And as far as insiders, insider ownership 12% over here. Let's see, short interest, short floated, or percent of short floated 12%. Shares float, so it's 12% over here, short float. Short float, it says 4%. So from maybe 4 to 12% short float. 4 to 12% of this short float. Okay, so we got those. Next one is let's jump back over here. MVST up 34%. MVST. Microvast Holdings, go to press releases. One day ago announces breakthrough in a all solid state battery technology. So a lot of battery news today. Okay, let's go look at this float. Statistics. Float is looking like 188 million. That's a little or a lot high for me. MVTST. Yeah. Yeah, this float is way too high. Way too high. I'm gonna put on a no trade. And if it is the one that's outperforming, then I already know it's gonna have to wait until it putters out. Yeah. No trade for that one. MBST. Good morning, good morning. DBX. Good morning. He said, Daniel B said, what's up, retarded traders? Nah, man, nah. MVST on a no trade. Next one is AKYA. AKYA. Akoya Biosciences. So as it says, Quarterix to acquire. See, this is an acquisition. I really, don't like acquisitions. It says creating the first integrated solution for ultra sensitive detection of blood and tissue based protein biomarkers. Yeah. Okay. So look at the float on this one. It's like giving me bad news, which is an acquisition, with some good news. Now, I don't know what exactly the biomarkers that they're looking for or what they're trying to go towards. Let's see, complementary offerings. It expects to generate approximately 40 million. Combined cash, blah, blah, blah. But it's a lot of expected things. So I don't know if anything is solid. We'll watch it, but let's go see this float on MVST or on AKYA. I mean, Akoya. All right, so the float on this one is 16.13 million, so it is a lower float. And it's an acquisition. I'll keep it on watch for sure. Koya has a float of good morning, Peter. Has a float of I think 16 million. 16. What are your insiders looking like? So insiders kind of light, institutions kind of heavy at 70% there. Take that. Kind of light out here. Wonder will they have a little bit of chop before it makes any kind of real move. Okay. And then what about that short float? So percent of the float that is short is 5%. Not a whole lot. But we don't know what's going to happen today. Short float at 5%. All right, on to the next one. BAER of 24%. Beer. No, BAER. Bridger Aerospace. Let's jump to his press releases. All right, let's see what you're talking about. So we got press releases. 2 days ago, Bridger Aerospace congratulates our founder Timothy Sheehy, I don't know, for being sworn in as a United States Senator for the state of Montana. Okay, what does that have to do with aerospace? Okay. Let's go look at this float. So the float is 19.47. It's got some insiders and institutions in there, but I just don't. Now it may be an irrational stock that they get excited because the election's coming up, or not the election, the inauguration. But I don't know if that's gonna spark something for them. Let's go to their profile and see what this company actually does. Bridger Aerospace Group Holdings Inc. provides aerial wildlife management, relief and suppression, and firefighting services to federal and state government agencies in the United States. It offers fire suppression services such as direct fire suppression, aerial firefighting support. Now, we know what's going on in California right now. There's a lot of fires, so maybe it gets a little hit off of that. Support services for the ground crew to drop large amounts of water quickly and directly onto wildfires. The company also provides aerial surveillance services, including fire suppression aircraft over and over an incident and tactical coordination with the incident commander through its manned and unmanned aircraft. It operates an aircraft fleet of 18 planes. The company was founded in 2014 and is headquartered in Belgrade, Montana. So we know that there's wildfire. I'm gonna put that one. I'm gonna keep that one on watch, just in case it wants to act up. But this was 2 days ago, so it really doesn't have any catalysts today. But wildfires are still blazing, so let's go and capture those statistics. We got a float of 19 something. With a short float of about like 4%. Okay. And that's just based on Yahoo. So I don't know when these numbers were updated. I'm about to jump around a little bit and get more information. Okay, so let's do that. Let's go to Market Watch, Bear, BAER. Says over here, public float about 13 million there. Okay. Float short, it is about 4%. I already got that. Okay. So right now, that's pretty much the three biggest ones that I see that could give some range and action. But yeah, VMAR got to float under a million to maybe 2.5. Aquia 16 million. Insiders and all that good stuff. BAER. So these are the three that kind of looked into. Kind of want to see what these want to do. Actually, I need to take those catalysts too, so I just remember what those catalysts were. Beer. What? Well, I'll put on here keywords. Keywords. Fire. Suppression. Aerial. Actually, fire suppression will do it. I mean, I remember, you know. All right. And then for Aquia, it had the keywords of, well, let's go back to this press release. It had an acquisition by another company, Quanterix, and it is working on blood and tissue protein biomarkers. Tissue protein biomarkers. But it is acquisition though. So we'll see how that goes, and then VMAR. VMAR. We got about 6 minutes to the bell. Vision Marine press releases. And this is batteries. So VMAR is batteries. Batteries with the collaboration. So don't really like acquisitions or collaborations, but we'll keep them on watch just to see what they end up doing. So we got three, and then I have MVST as a no trade. I'm not touching that. Another one that popped up. Another one that popped up the other day was XHG. This one was absolute a wild. Wow, I saw it pop up and I didn't trade it. I just saw it come through. Saw it come through ATR high, kind of bouncing around, but it was just wild. It just popped up to 3 and drove all the way back down to 1. And it really didn't have any kind of real catalyst or anything. It's just a wild one. So it's popping up here again to $2, but I really don't think I'm gonna end up trying to do anything with that one. It's just too crazy. Unless it had, let's go check the catalyst. It's up 113%. Let's just see what the catalyst is talking about on XHG. I believe this was like a Chinese stock or something. Okay, so the last news on it was on November 29th that it was regaining compliance. The float on this one is not there. Now, why are their numbers looking like this? Look at held by institutions. How are you for 41,000? This got to be a website error or something. Institutions, hold on. No shares, percent float. Let's go check somewhere else. This just looks real sketchy on XHG. Real sketchy. Float over here under 1 million, but shares of the float shorted 1% over here. It just looks real fishy. I mean, we'll see what happens though. XHG. No news since last November though, so yeah, I don't know about that one. I really don't. Maybe it goes wild, but I mean, it had this high up here at $3 last time. We'll see where the ATRs end up coming out to here into the open, but as of now, here's the list, top volume movers, XHG, BMAR we looked at, this the back collaboration and batteries. No trade on MBST. Bear is up there. That's the fire support, firefighters, aerial support. AKYA is kind of going down now, so Bear taking getting on up there. But right now the top volume mover is VMAR, and then under that these are kind of coming on up, RGTI, I'm not touching that one. That was nice and red on the day. It's been dropping, but these two are going to have to give us some inclination of how the day is going to act. I guess we could start with XHG, watching it to see if it falls through the floor and see if something else wants to actually be strong on the day, because it definitely has the potential to fall. We saw that the last time it started going up, went up from 125 to 3 and then came right back down to 125. So one of the things that threw me off of XHG is so basically what I've been trading is above the ATRs. It came above the ATRs and crashed below it and came back up, and I was like, okay, well, can we get any kind of pullback consolidation above this? And it just shot up, and I was like, yeah, I'm not touching that. So yeah, but yeah, let's see what's happening. Danielle said DTIL. Let's see what DTIL is up to. 450. How many shares do they have traded? It's not on the list yet. Only 7 million. It's got a lot of competition on the board. It's gonna have to pump it out to catch up with some of this other stuff. Okay, we got about 20 seconds left, 17 seconds left. Five seconds left. XHG. Let's see where it opens up. Ooh. Okay, so ATR highs up there at 216. It extended from 82 cents up here, and we'll see if it doesn't fail back down. We got the point of controls out here. Point of control right now is at 141. That's where the most trades were taken during pre-market. So we'll see if it gets on back down there, and we will continue to look through as some of these other ones start to create a challenge for it. But right now we'll start with this one to see if it slashes down. But it did hit ATR highs. Let's see. ATR high is 217. Touching it right there, trying to get through it, and snatching off ATR high kind of harshly. Let's see if it breaks down this bottom of 189 on this candle. Now I am looking at the 15-minute candle. We'll see what happens here. Getting on through that ATR high just a little bit. But like I said, this one hasn't had news since November of last year, so it's not one that I'm just like, oh man, I got to trade this, you know. VMAR. Oh, this one, the chart didn't look so hot, but the ATR is up there at 258. It did find a lot of resistance up here, or indecision. I don't know which one with all these wicks up here. Up 64% on that one. Relative volume up 33%. So let's jump over here and look at these relative volumes. So XHG relative volume is 14 times its normal. VMAR relative volume up 33 times its norm. Bear BAER up 61. AKYA up 64. So we're gonna see what these want to do here today. VMAR just doing its thing up here and finding a little resistance even now. So I don't know which one wants to be the one, but you know, it's first 15 minutes. I usually wait for the first 15 minutes to kind of end to see what's going to be breaking upward. Fubo is one that we've seen multiple days in a row. It gets choppy during intraday. Really choppy. You can see that from yesterday. AKYA is the one with the blood pressure, tissue, protein, biomarker, XYZ. Bear, come on now, pull it on up. Oh well, let's go back over here to XHG. Trying to hold up above ATR highs. It's got to get a push through this 229 though. Not seeing that push. XMAR falling down as well. MVST, that's one I'm not touching. Bear, come on now. Can't even see you. You're up 25%, something like that. Can't even see you, my boy. So none of them strong over that ATR yet. And it seems like TOS is having a little bit of lag right now. Seems like a lot of people are excited to trade this morning. But, you know, we'll see what the shorts want to do with this. It has now came back and pumped back off of this ATR high again. Let's see if it starts to fail this $192 level on XHG. And then the next one up will be VMAR, up 67% with 34 million shares traded with 37 times its normal volume. If it can hold up. BAER, Bear, the one with the fire support, firefighters, and all of that good stuff, is halted right now at the ATR high, up 26%. So still has a lot of competition. XHG failed that ATR high break on the first 15 minutes. So we'll see what happens, how this candle closes, if it wants to just dive. VMAR is pedaling around, so nothing really taking control as of yet. DTIL was one Donnell had called out. Let me go and look at that one. What that one's doing. DTIL came up here to ATR highs. What was the DTIL? The volume is just now passing 10 million. It was not able to break out of the ATR highs. DTIL, let's go look at what it actually had up. Precision Biosciences common stock. Let's see. So 23 hours ago, it announced a complete clinical response in first infants dosed by partner iCure on ongoing phase 1.5 clinical trial. I don't even know what that is. It's gonna have to get off. I mean, it is a low float, but it's got to get over these ATR highs for any kind of interesting things for me. Kind of just waiting around, but it and VMAR are the lowest floats that we have. VMAR getting on up here above ATR highs, but this is still in the first 15 minutes. And then we got detail. MBST pulling on back. I just don't like, this setup. It's going to have to consolidate high here for another move up. It's just got a lot of, it's got this big range at like $3 here that was indecision, and I really don't know what it wants to do here. Really don't know there. Still up 79%. Detail going red, failed the ATR high, pushing on down. MVST pushed on down, bear. Doesn't look the greatest either, pushing on back under the 360s. Walgreens is up 20% on Walgreens. VMAR continue to hold up these ATRs. We'll see what a pullback looks like on it. But it is the only one holding up there strong right now. Donnell says he got an average of 259 in VMAR. Nice, nice. Let me see. AK. Yeah, nothing else is really competing with VMAR right now. MVST dove back under ATR highs. Detail not doing anything. So VMAR is the only thing above ATR highs right now in its first 15 minutes. Coming right back into this area of kind of indecision slash, we don't really know what it wants to do. Just peeked into the area, and people are probably like, man, just hold $3. So there's probably some expectations around the 3. Let's see if they get crushed. Went on down, baby. Almost 5 minutes left on this candle. Details dead in the water. Bear had a little bit of a pullback up, but still hasn't broken that ATR high. LAES, not too worried about that one. All right. So coming to 5 minutes left, are they going to be able to hold this thing up over, I guess, 275s is the question. Getting on up there towards 3. See how far this thing sails off. It's got a nice big green candle here, but all the way to the bottom is what, 217, which we really don't want to see it fall to. Point of control is still down here at 229, but it continues to kind of push up a little bit and peak into these levels up here. Peaking at 3. Is there excitement at 3 for people to push it up, or doesn't want to go ahead and pull back? 304s, 306. Getting on up there now. I definitely need to see a pullback. It is 58 times its normal volume with 55 million shares on the board, holding right above the 3s. Has an ATR of 32 cents. So down here to the 263s is definitely more than that 32. It's really in this level of indecision that it was at earlier today. It's kind of doing this thing above 3 now. So let's see a pullback. First candle moving from, got over ATR highs, moving back into here. So this 15-minute candle has been doing some motion. 217 up to 340s. I don't see anything else in direct competition with it as far as volume or relative volume other than detail. But detail volume wise, it's only 12 million shares traded, so nobody's really on that one. Only up 33%, while this one is up 125%. So this is a lot of buying to undo, right? For it to fall all the way, I mean, it's clearly above ATR highs, clearly above all this stuff. For it to fall from here, that's a big fall. We got about 2 minutes to the close of this 15-minute candle. All right, almost 15 seconds left on the close of this candle. Let's see what a pullback looks like. Got into these areas of unknown. Found some resistance in here again. Let's see if it will stay over 3 or if it needs to pull back under 3. Right now, it is still above the ATR highs, which is all the way down there at 263s. So I'm looking for a nice little pullback here. $3. Let's see, can you get on through that 3? Yep, get on down there. You ain't done. Get on down there. Let's see, 290s, 280s. Nope, holding around that 3, that whole dollar level of the 3. But this is only the beginning of the candle, so, you know, first 15 minutes looks super bullish. We'll see if it has any kind of more fall through this bottom level of 293s here. Detail almost out of there. Okay, I think we're looking in the right place today. Kind of showing a little bit of green there. Let's see, but it still got this previous high at 350s. So I'm still just waiting for that smackdown. Back into this level of indecision where we saw it fall from right here before 340s. Got a little push out. But I still haven't seen a good pullback here. So I'll wait. I shall wait. Nothing else looking even remotely close to what I would normally trade. Now this is Friday as well, so you know, just want to close up the week nice and green. Now I have all the trades that I've taken here this year have been green trades, so I haven't had a red trade yet. And I just want to make sure when that does happen, it is nice and controlled. Starting to see those nice big old wicks. Nice big old wicks. Got room down. The ATR high is at the 268s now. Very, very quick snatch down to 320s. Wasn't able to just continue it down. Let's see what happens. This one has a couple minutes left. Is it going to show red again is the question. Has not had a proper pullback. 5 minutes left on this 15-minute candle. Okay, so if it falls below 268, I won't be able to do anything with it, but I would like to see it into this range under the $3 and to kind of get some buying pressure in here under 3 for a move higher. Got plenty of volume, 82 million shares traded, easy to get filled and all that good stuff. But let's see what a fall actually looks like on this thing. Career. What's going on with Walgreens? Why is it even up? $2 ago. Oh, earnings. Okay. Yep, not messing with that. My question on this one is, can it stay over? Maybe I really wanted to see a dip under like 325s towards 3, but it continues to get some buying pressure up in here. So we'll see what happens. There's 325 coming back into play a little bit. Little choppy. And nothing else has really given us reason to believe in it. I haven't even XHG, it just went on down with the wind. All right, well, this is the only one with the only low float with the setup that I like. But it's just hasn't pulled back into levels that I would like to be a buyer for it to try to get out of those levels again. But it's all about the patience. Now I know there's probably, a lot going on the 1 minute, the 5 minute, and all that good stuff, but I really like what the 15 minute shows me. Not having to look at 100,000 different candles and just, see where the struggle is. Right now, it looks like it wants to go towards 350. It's not closed this candle yet. Has about 5 minutes left on this candle. Hitting 350s. Will it get back under those 340s? A lot of excitement up here at the tip top. So I'm just going to wait for a nice pullback. And if it never gives a pullback, then oh well. It's now hit the pre-market high up here. So nothing I can do but look on and wait for a pullback. Now, do I think I'm going to get some opportunity on this today? Yep. Just not right now. There was a little breakout, pull back into this level under the 370s with 5 minutes to go. Is it going to start holding up these 370s, or does it want to crash from here? We got another one that we traded the other day, VRME up here. I don't even know if it has any catalyst. Last time I traded, it didn't have any catalyst, but it's already formed two tops. It's only got 10 million shares traded. Now, VMAR is a inverse. So the beta score is a negative 0.13. It's a weak inverse. So the market's going down, it will be trying to go up. So we look at the markets over here. Where is the NQ? NQ, we can see the overall market came out, took a dump, came out, and it continues to kind of show that it wants to go down, right? But for right now, as it's going down, we can see that this has a negative beta and it has been traveling upward. We'll see if it continues to travel down, but I don't really know how far the market wants to go with all of this. Kind of reaching down here to a point that it had been before, down here to 20, almost 21 even. So we will see on that too. All right, back over here towards VMAR, still waiting for a pullback. VRME. This one hasn't pulled back either. Let me go check VRME news. Did that actually post some news this time? Nope. Last news, November 26th. Share buyback or share repurchase. VMAR snapping down off of that high. Still haven't seen a pullback on that one yet. It's almost 9 o'clock. VRME doing the same type of movement. So we'll see which one actually wants to play ball. Let's see. SOXS. Okay. All right. So now will we finally see a retest of this level of the 290 is the question. Under 3. ATR high right now is at 370. I would love for it to get back down there to play it off the ATR high. VRME doing this thing around here as well. I traded it on this little bounce yesterday from 225s back up here to 280s. But now today it's looking a little bit different. ATR high is at the $2 flat. It's at 239 right now. 2 minutes left on this 15-minute candle, and we can now, one of the things that I noticed from the early pre-market is all these wicks, and I was like, okay, well, are we gonna see those types of wicks in here? And if so, I need to be focused on dip buying. I need to be focused on when it falls, can I get a play off of it? Almost 1 minute left, and it is still within this area of the pre-market high. It's shown us that it's a little bit of resistance. Me, only 12 million shares traded. It's not even on the radar. It's got to get more trading. It's only got 3 times its normal volume on VRME with no catalyst. It didn't have catalyst the first day and doesn't have catalyst today. So all right, so finally let's see a little drop here. Let's see a little drop. 350 breakdown. The bottom of this is 348s. Come on down, baby. All right, getting a nice little drop. And remember that the ATR high is down there at like 270 now. So hit a low down here, 342s. Come on and dive. Dive, dive, dive. You know you want to. VRME slowing down on volume here. Seems like more people are interested over here in VMAR. Has 40 times its normal, or 115 times its normal volume. On this candle in particular, it's 40 times its normal volume. So I have two different scripts to look up either relative volume of past or relative volume of the current candle. Come on down, big boy. We know you got some more in you. Right now, the point of control has moved up here to 305. That's a little red line right there. Nice reversal on detail. Let's see, detail. Detail's got a long way to go. It's got a long way to go, man. But I do know that the market is still continuing to come down. Let me see if it came down to that point we were looking at. It did. Right around 21 flat. We'll see what kind of reaction is it, and if it can keep pushing. If it can, I'll be a player on VMAR to see if it can continue to go up as the market goes down. But we'll see. VMAR looking a little sweaty right now. Come on down. Came almost to that $3 level. ATR high at 271. Oh boy, VRME woke up and chose violence. No catalyst. So if this one starts to perform better than VMAR, it's not going to be looking too good because I can't do anything with this right now. It hasn't shown any pullbacks. And if it does, like, what's the point? Who's going to be buying up this move, right? If it falls. Whoops. What did I just do? If it falls and it's already getting snatched around. All right, VMAR. We're going to need you to stay above ATR highs. Do not lose to VRME, which has no catalyst. DTIL reverse in the making. Yeah, it's going to have to make their reversal. It's going to have to make it. I don't trust it down there. So point of control is staying above right now at the 305s. We'll see if it does want to get down there to maybe 310 again. But just trading towards the bottom side of this previous candle. Can we see 315s? There's 315s, 310s. Come on down. Keep falling. You got a ways to go to 260, 270. VRME still looking like it's choosing violence. Up 69%. Now has 5 times its normal day's volume. But yeah, buying it up here, I'm just not going to do that. I'd rather see it fall in VMAR for a reversal. NQ continue to push down. Let's look over here at the NQ. So this is what our markets are doing today. Came up, barely broke ATR highs, broke down, came up again. Big slash on the markets. And VMAR still on this 15-minute candle. Has not shown us any breakdown. Only has shown us wicks. $325 is a point it keeps bouncing around. Come on, man. Right now, this is kind of big consolidation for me. No. VRME getting a snatch down. If VRME fails, then I'm pretty sure most of the attention will drift back over here to VMAR on today. Well, yep, SQQs are up because the SPY is absolutely diving. SOXS is up. Can we drop through that 3? ATR high is at 272 right now. It's like they won't let it go. Just drop, bro. I'm pulling right back up to those 320s. Got about 5 minutes left on this bell or on this this candle. Just hovering around this 325. VRME killing the game over here with no catalyst. Up 75% now. 23 million shares traded. And it has a positive beta score, so it means it should be going down as the market's going down, but it is not. It is being very irrational. Let's look at the NQ real quick again. So it's made its next move down. Got through the 21 flat. Past this previous level back here at the 2990. Okay, and continue to push down. We're back above 325s. Wow. Definitely some holding going on. So this is pretty much the first pullback above the ATR highs here. Gotta see how this thing closes. If it closes as a hanging man, it's not gonna be looking too good, especially after a spike down like this. Closing as a hangman is gonna be a little bit bearish. We'll see though. Where you want to close at? We'll close below 325s, or see if it closes up here, it's gonna be a hangman. Yep. Don't like it. Don't close like this. Not great. The bottom of this candle is all the way down here at 298. Mm. 3 minutes left. VRME, another swat down. So it keeps getting swatted. It gets up there and gets swatted down. More and more wicks happening on Friday, which is normal. And now it's going green. So let's see where it wants to close. Does it have enough people trapped up in this thing? Very wide ranged candles. Point of control is all the way. Oh man, that thing's pushing down. That's a little bit of momentum there. That's a little bit of momentum. So let's see where this thing, if this thing can hold up the 270s, because that's quite a bit of momentum right here coming into the close of 2 minutes. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and remove some of these. And we got our ATR high there at 273. I'm not gonna buy right there. Not right now. Not with this momentum. Oh no. Oh no, we shall not. But what I will do is be very aware of what's going on over here, and the market continues to push down. So right back up to 3. That was definitely some type of momentum coming in there to the downside. Takes a lot of money to push through like that. So we got a bottom here of 282, right above the ATR high. Have less than 15 seconds for this candle to close. Let's see if it closes around $3. If it can start getting below $3. There's the open. Expecting it to come on down with that momentum. Come on down, big boy. Come on down. Bottom of this candle was 295s. I don't trust none of this. I think it still has something to go down. Nope, I trust in any of that. See if we can see under 305s going towards 3. Okay, getting on down there. Can we break down the 3s is the question. VRME finally doing a pullback here. But like I said, who's gonna buy the dip with no catalyst? I don't know. We'll see. Come on, you still got some room down. Come on, big boy. Get that slam down. You got 25 cents until 270s. People do not want this thing to crash out $3, huh? Do they have enough money to hold it up from those guys that started that momentum up there, though, is the question. It held 3 a little bit. Yeah, VRME going on down as well. So, these were the ones that I was kind of watching to do things with, but they don't want to play ball. It'll just be one of those days where I'm like, oh, well, I'm green on the week, green on the month, green on the year. You know, I'll just be patient and chill out. Now, I usually trade all the way out to like lunchtime or maybe 11 o'clock or something like that, and I get on down. But we'll see. The market is pulling back up right now. If there is any opportunity, there we go. Push them on out of there. Fall. Fall. 3. Let's see 299. 299 real quick. Get aggressive, shorts. 299. 302s. Yeah, it's a lot of indecision here. I don't really like it. Three oh six, 305s, 304. Come on, man. ATR high starting to flatten out at 270s now. There we go. Let's get that 299 drop. 290s, come on. Sellers, move on down. Continues to play around this 3 though. Come on, man. There we go. All right, 292s coming on down. We'll get the 290. There we go. 280s. Got the ATR high down here at 272. Now the only thing is this thing has a lot of time on its hands here. So even if it hits this ATR high, you know, it's so far away from closing this candle. It has what, 8 minutes? 8 minutes to the close of this candle. So kind of got to be careful buying what looks like could be a knife. VRME came down just a little bit, but it's starting to grind around. All right, so 270s, ATR high. Is it going to crack that down? Okay, cracking down the ATR high right there just a little bit. Hit a low of 265, but like I said, this candle has time. MBST, a big chop factory headed towards the highs now. So these are our biggest movers here. Let's see how far this thing wants to dump. And if it were to come and break back over 275, that would be my buy point. I like buying as close to that ATR high as possible. Right now, it's all over it. And I don't know if it's going to stop here. It could go on down to 250 and then try to recover. But right now, I can't do anything with it with this much time on the clock. DATS climbing. Donnell says DATS. DATS. What's that volume looking like? DATS with 10 million shares traded. Okay. Okay, and it is a low float, so it could be coming up here very, very soon. For sure. 10 million shares traded. It's got a lot of competition on the board, though. That's the only thing. That's the only issue with it. It's got to get some more volume. Okay, so VMAR hit a low there. I'll see how this candle closes. If it can continue to hold, but yeah, this was a lot of momentum leading into more momentum. We want to see these candles start to get smaller. We don't really see them get bigger. Now, if they stay around this size headed to the downside, then you know it's pretty much game set match on that one. But still receiving plenty of volume, 132 million over here on this one, so definitely still in the game, in the competition. Just holding there at that 273 level, that ATR high. You kind of see it just bouncing there, bouncing. A lot of people just like, ooh, what's going to happen next? Is it going to drop? Is it going to go to 260? What's going to happen here? But yeah, I won't be a buyer until this thing closes. We got about 5 minutes left to the close of this candle. Slipping on through that ATR high there. 273s. How low will you go? to 65. All right, so that one is under the ATR highs now. VRME, not doing much. Let's go look at DATS. I'm not seeing, why is DATS not showing up here? Should be up here now. Nope, still not up there. Maybe it's the relative volume. Look at the relative volume. What's your relative volume, DATS? That's, oh, okay. It just reached relative volume that I look for. Okay, so it should be coming up soon, but we'll see. Hit that 395, came through there, had a little down move, then 395, and now up here to 480s. And now just making 13 million shares traded. VMAR did end up continuing down, so I wouldn't be interested unless it comes back over that ATR high. But yeah, for now, just can't do anything with that. VRME. Let's go. Did I check DATS? DATS didn't have any catalysts, I don't think. Let me just make sure though. Let me make sure. It had announces pricing of 5.1 million registered direct offering price at the market under NASDAQ rules. You know. All right, so VMAR coming on down. And now that it's under the ATR, it'll start to draw this ATR downward a little bit, but the ATR kind of stays consistent. It probably won't come back lower than 250s. But hit a low down here of 253. But has a whole lot of work to do if it's going to get back up on the day. That's finally showing up. That's showing up on the scans now, and I wait for a pullback on it. And basically, this is what I do until lunchtime. Be like, hey, let's see this thing fall or whatnot. Sometimes I'm in meetings and things like that, and I just kind of watch it, looking for those dips. Now, I did trade DATS last week and got green on it. But, yeah, just looking for those opportunities. Right now, the relative volume is 3 times its norm. And VMAR has disappeared from my small cap because it went below that ATR high. But it's still on the top volume movers with 135 million shares traded. Up 69%. What will a pullback look like on you, DATS? You're about to close this candle up. Seven seconds left to the close of this candle. Markets have definitely done a little bit of reversing here, getting back up to the 21,000s. That's pulling back, has a long way, a lot of buyers to try to attack here, try to get back down, but ATR high is at 398, so I'll be watching DATS. And it is catching up with VRME very quickly on the volume level. Through a double top here at 533s. Okay, will it blast? Okay, a little break of that double top. No pullback, extension. Okay. VRME giving up the ghost as people kind of are migrating over to DATS. Interesting. VMAR closed under the ATR highs here. It's got 250s that it kind of stopped around, but yeah, closed under it. And neither one of these have so DAX had the registered direct offering, but everything else that I looked at today really just didn't perform. BAER was one that I'm probably gonna take off. Just went down. AKYA just went down. And then VMAR. I'm taking those. I'm taking AKYA and Bear off, but I'll keep VMAR up there. And I will add VRME, and both of these just kind of, I don't know. Catalyst is not the best on these two. There may be opportunity yet. But it's got to happen before, you know, lunchtime. That's 4 times its normal volume, 21 million shares traded. What will a pullback look like on this one? Hit a high up here, topping tail of 555. Whew. It's a little bit of heat coming in there. Yeah, this one, I don't know. That software has an ATR of $1.16. So on the day, it moved from 343 up here to 555. So it definitely did that and more, even without a day one catalyst. Now coming on down, VRME only up 46% now. VMAR coming back towards this ATR high break of 272. I may give it a shot. Just to give it a, I'm going to give it a little shot here to break back over. Did it buy? I don't think it bought. Cancel, buy the ask. Buying the ask there in 40 shares. And I will, well, 60 shares, and I will get out around this 260 level. It doesn't want to perform back over that. Here's a 260. Okay. So 60 shares will be my, actually, what's the bottom of this? Bottom is 256. $256 down here around the ATR high. Can it reclaim that ATR is my question. And can I add to this back towards the 273s? Can we get 275s up there? $270s. Adding there, 100 shares in. So we got 260s as our 273 is our number right now, that our average price. We're going to set the stop at 250, 260 down here for this 100 shares. Oops. 260, 250s, 260. Wait, where is this? This is 260, yeah. So risking about, 13 cents here down to the 260 if it can't do anything. But giving it time around at 274. And I'll be willing to try again if not. Want to see it, I'll add over the 270s, 272, 273-ish. Can we get that or not? $272 is what I want to see. If not, I'll just stop out. Small loss. Adding to it. Adding. All right, so now I will be getting out 260s. Got 125 shares, letting it play. There we go. Seeing if it can get back over that level. If not, I'm out. Can we get back over 270s? $267, 7 cents away. Seeing them roll down to the 270s kind of heavy. There's a little shot up there into the dark. $275s, 275s, 275s. Can we get over 275 or not? Okay, so starting to work our way over 275, 260 is out right now, giving it time to kind of figure out what it wants to do around this ATR high. If it wants to slam, I'll be out 13 cents down. This 125. But 175 got a little bit there. Okay, there we go. A little bit of a push. 280s. And the next stop that I'll have here is the ATR high at 272 is where I want to move to if it doesn't slam. There's a little slammage. Can we get 70s up there? $5 away from my stop. 60s, right under the 60 is where I'm holding. Now I will get out. $265s. Can we see that? If not, I'll be out. I'm willing to try again though. Only thing this is to do is to keep it a controlled loss, you know. Can we see 70s again is the question. Maybe not. It is below ATR high though, so I saw it stop and I was looking for a better reversal than this, but doesn't look like it's gonna give it, and I'm gonna get stopped here. It's right on me. Up, up, there's 68s. Okay. Can we get back over ATR highs of okay. Can we touch those 70s, get above that? Possibly. Kind of touching the 70s, maybe. Can we retest 75 level? A lot of shorts already on this one. It built momentum. I was like, well, you know what? I'm going to give it a try down here to see if it can do any kind of bounce back over the 70s. But back over 73, I'll be green. Under 60, I got to jump. Still have DATs on board. I just don't, I want to have controlled losses. So if I do lose, you know, let it be a loss that I can come back from with another ticker that is setting up. But right now, it's like, I don't know. All right, closed that one, but it closed under the ATR low. That's the only issue I have with this. So we got 260s. It's gonna have to get back above this ATR. It's gonna stop me out here. It's gonna have to get back over the 70s, 270s. Because 5 cents is nothing for this thing to fall. Yep, it's about to get stopped out and out, and it's looking like it's gonna be an out. Continues to show me a little bit of green. All right, so if it breaks over, this bottom has got to be my out. I'm going to look to add a little bit here if it can get back over. 271 is what I'm looking for to get in a little bit more. Add it there. I'm going to use this as my out. So I got 140 shares now using this 260. Well, I guess it's still at the same place. 263 is an out. 260. So right at that 260 level, I'm going to put that 140 out if it can't pump here. There we go, a little bit of pumpage. Can we start to get over this 280 level though? A little bit pumpage. Okay, getting over the ATR high back over. And at this point, my break even is 274. I want to see if it can actually give me a little bit more and get ready to sell some. So 280s, point of control was up here at 305s. At this point, I do not want to see it back under ATR high with at the 70. So 65, let's go ahead and work this thing on up. Let's see you get a little blast off if you can. Stay over the ATR highs. We're sitting at 65 now. So 65 on 140 shares. That's about 10 cents. Got to start holding the 80s for anything to really happen. Above the 80s, we'll move to the 70 as an out. That'll be risking about 5 cents. Okay, there's 82. I'm moving up to the 70s. Actually, do I want to make that move yet? 71 is, yeah, 70, right under ATR high. So it just needs to hold ATR high, and I'll be feeling okay about this if it can start showing me 82s. Failure of ATR high, I'm out. And we see 82s. Anything over 80s. I mean, I'm seeing 80s, but I'm not really convinced that it wants to make an 80 move. See a big wall at 280. 81s, 82s, nice. Can we get that push on up there? Not really. I'm gonna go to break even if it keeps chopping around like this. 82 stopping it hard. Wow, hard stop at 82. Okay, there we go. A little shot in the dark. All right, so I'm looking at that $3 level here as previous resistance. And I will keep my stop here at ATR high for now. If it slams, I'll just be out. But looking to move towards that, wow, I think it's gonna end up slamming. Maybe, not really. Staying above ATR high, maybe. Those 82s got a hold, man. There we go. $283. Can we get 90s? Anything into the 90s? There we go. So we got $3 level up there as kind of like a totem pole up there. There's 90s. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and move to break even. I'm not too trusting of this. So move to 275 as my out. We need to see an explosion up to 3 if we can. I'm gonna be selling some. You're so close, buddy. I'm literally, I will stop out now. I don't care. I really do not care. Move this thing up to 79. I need to see you try to touch threes. If I see anything over 95, I'm thinking about taking some. There we go. All right, so let's go ahead and sell a bit up here toward this level. Threes, 320, sell a little bit. There's $3, sell a bit at 3. 85 shares left. Okay. All right, and then the rest goes. I got 65 shares left, but I put the rest at break even to, not at break even, but around break even, because I don't want to get any kind of slippage there. Looking for a continued push if possible. Over 3. I'll take some more. Just a little quick blast over 3. That's all we need. Come on, big boy. 97s. You gonna do it? 97, 98s. You gonna do it? Bully them. All right, there we go. All right, so I'm going to sell a little bit there. All at my 3 mark, my 3 level that I like. So now, oops. Okay, cancel that. 30 shares left, and I put this last 30 on my break even because it's kind of struggling around this level. 3 was the spot that I was looking for, but see, now it's falling all the way back down. I get stopped green over here if possible. I got $4 left out there. Oh well. 30 shares left. Can we get back over? I'll sell some over 90. Let's see. Yeah. Sell a little bit. Sold some. 20 shares left. I don't like this slowdown. Got 20 shares there at break even. I'll sell some more at 90 if it wants to show me 90 again. Right now, stop out at 76. I just look for another pullback. If it can happen before lunchtime, I don't know. But I don't know. Can you show me 90 again? I'll take some more. '80s. Can you show me 90 real quick? Just a quick pop. '89s. 89. There was 89 real quick. There's 90. Can I see 91? Okay. Very quick and then a drop. Okay, I'm gonna take some off around this 90 level. All right, 14 shares. It's just chilling. So now I pretty much got all of the risk off the table. And I'll be looking. I did not see what DATS was doing. I forgot to look at DATS. DATS did a little similar thing here. Not really a full pullback, but hasn't had the time. VRME kind of doing something, but you know, these are the three that I'm looking at: VMAR, VRME, and DATS. Okay, it continues to show me the 90s, and it's kind of struggling at the 90s. So the next move for these shares is going to be to the 80s. Out of the 80s, I'm out. If it can start holding these 90s, which is kind of pause breaking it. So I'm going to lift this up a little bit. I cannot believe I was not on the right screen. I just looked over and saw that. But yeah, so I'm still holding 14 shares of VMAR, and you know, got my lunch money. You know, be ready for lunch today. And this is another green trade. So just kind of seeing where it wants to go, and if I want to add or anything like that, because right now my average is pretty good, but it is now coming on down. Yeah, boy. And another thing is with Fridays, I mean, one of the things that I saw with my previous trading was, I think I'm about to get stopped. Yeah, got stopped right there. One of the things with my previous trading, especially on Fridays, is just not walking away with green. It's like, okay, take your green. You got a whole nother week coming up. We're cool. We're green on the week, green on the month, all of that. So it's like, just take it. So that stopped me out of that. DAX came down but did not do a elongated pullback or anything like that. Kind of just in this area around $5. VRME continue to pull back. ATR high here is at 213, but no catalyst. See, when I traded, it was just moving up. It was moving up, up, up without a catalyst. But this is a pullback with no catalyst. So who's going to buy that? That's pulling on up here. Ooh, let's see. I'll go ahead and import these trades just in case. I might take something else. We'll see. But let me see. January 25th to now. Oh, 50% now. 50, no, I haven't imported this one. Charles Schwab. That's throwing some things here, doing some things. Cause I was looking at my metrics and things of Fridays, and sometimes like on Fridays, even when I was trading with bigger size, on Fridays I would just get stubborn. I'd be like, man, it's about to be the weekend. I'm gonna let this thing be payday. And then like I'm sitting there with profit in my hand. And let me look at what I'm gonna pull my metrics up right here. Uh what did I just trade? VRME or VMAR? Why isn't that showing up? Oh, that's for the night. This is for year to date. Okay, so that brings in. Okay, so like right here. And I'll be sitting with a lot more profit, but this one went up 21 cents. And on the bigger share size, you know, I was trading with whatever it was. I think it was like 500, 300, 500 shares, 600 shares, something like that. On the share size, I'd be like, man, this thing can go another XYZ. And I just was not taking that profit on Fridays. But right now, I'm sitting with 50. I've taken 23. So I have traded more because I'm trading with less size. But 23 trades, but I'm just keeping my losers bigger than winners, right? So there are some losers, but they're nowhere near the winners. So it's kind of just like milking the cow. And so this is what my January, like I said at the beginning or last year, I was like, yo, I'm sizing down for the first month, getting the cushion on the month and all that good stuff, right? So basically just taking these green trades and getting on out the way. So we'll see. You know, we still got what, a week, 2 weeks or so left to go, and getting that cushion on the year to start off. DATS is kind of doing this thing towards the top side. Wow. BMAR is pulled back and now closing under that ATR low. Had the relative volume, but I had to be quick. Think about if I was still holding this. Like I got in at 272 for the break of this. I was still holding this. Now I'm trapped. I'm looking like, wow, I should have sold, you know. And that's doing this thing with 43 million shares traded. Let's actually look through the list here real quick before I get on down and do some other stuff on the day. So we got VRME down there. It did a little 3-bar pullback. Fubo, INOQ, LAES, what was this? Walgreens was up 24% on earnings. Looks like VRME may be setting up for something, maybe, but it's kind of drying up in volume, so I don't know about that one. But it's done a pullback. It's right here, 232s. I mean, it could do something, but I don't really know what it wants to do. This isn't where the attention is. It is 10 times its normal relative volume in here, but MVST still not really a leader on the day at BRME. And I already made my profit on that one the other day too, so I don't want to be too greedy. I'd rather wait for a day that it's really doing something with some catalysts. But anyway, another green trading day. You know, getting on up, just taking. And the way that these calculations work at the top of my screen, basically as the account, because remember last year I decreased my account size, right? So I was like, you know what? I'm not following my rules. I'm decreasing the account size, all that good stuff. And so it's based the shares that I take and the risk and all this stuff is based on the account size. And so it gives me the shares that I should take. Like today, you saw me take 125 was the full position on VMAR, whatever it was. And then I took a little bit extra on that, just add a little bit to 140. But around this is where I want to be sitting. And then I have my risk, and as the account goes up, the risk gets will recalculate and go up as well. But for right now, I'm good. Take what I can, and let it play. Now it is 10 o'clock, and you know, it's formed another topping tail all the way up here at 309. So that's not looking too great for VMAR. And then DATS, another top and tail here as well. So maybe DATS will give some type of power hour movement. I won't know because I'm going to be done here once I walk away. And I'll be back, you know, next week to continue some green. And, you know, and what I'm realizing is I don't really have to focus on a perfect percentage. I just need to keep my losers super small, right? So like over here, is this the right thing? No. Over here on this, my losers, look at my losers though. My losers are like $4, $1. You know, now this one was a little bit more. That was on the other day, but I made that back. The loser was 25, the winner was 56. And so I'm just keeping these losers super small, like $5, $6, and just taking profit when I'm in the green. You know, I really don't have a like a target, like, oh, I'm targeting 20 cents, or I'm targeting 10 cents, or I'm targeting whatever. I'm just in the mindset of take profit while you got it right now. Especially if I'm holding, like if I get in with 125 shares and that's supposed to be my full position size, and I'm still holding full position size as it's coming down. I don't want to be doing it. I want to, you know, get on down to the halfway point, which you'll see on VMRA. The halfway point was about 60 shares, which you saw me get down to quite quickly. And then I sold some more down to 30, got 75% off. and I was sitting with just a little bit above break even for the ending green. So that's it. That's what I do every day. Just come in here, look for those nice little low floats that can feed. And like I said, I'm sized down right now. Just working on following the structure and the things that I was doing before that I kind of broke. And I just was like, you know what? I'm decreasing this account size. I'm sizing down until I can be like, okay, I'm doing this consistently again. So, that's where I'm sitting right now on January, all green on the month, and just chilling, Jay chilling. As far as the market goes, it's still kind of going down. Took quite a bit of a dip from 21,000 down here to 20,000, but it's whatever. I'm about to jump off of here. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Now, this is a longer stream than I usually do on, Mondays and Wednesdays because it's Friday. Friday, I can go a little bit longer, and I probably got some calls and things that I got to get on to. Oh boy, got to get on to. Yeah, I'm about to close it down. Appreciate you guys once again, and as always, what am I doing? As always, I will see you guys in the next one. Peace. Where is my... Oh, I see it. I see it. Why are you doing that? So let's go to advanced. Let's go to change that script. Where are we? Stream Deck. Is that the one? There you go. Okay, there we are. I was about to say, man, my music was tripping. Anyway, that's it for me today. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.